Hi guys, so as you might be able to tell from my very bare face, I'm actually going to be filming another makeup tutorial for you today. It's going to be a quick and easy look that I kind of shove on when I want to look like I've spent a lot of time on it, when actually I really haven't. So if you want to see this look, then just keep watching. So I've already applied my moisturiser, which is the Embryolisse La Creme Concentra. I don't really know, but it's this one here. You can get this from Boots. I think I paid about £20 for it, which is expensive, but this is a really good moisturiser and it really keeps your makeup on. It kind of works as a primer as well as a moisturiser to make sure that any dry areas on your skin your makeup won't cling to. So I really recommend this if you're looking for a good moisturiser for your face. Next, I'm going to be taking my Rimmel Match Perfection Concealer in the shade Ivory, or 010, so like 10. And I'm just going to put this on any blemishes I have, just to kind of blend them into my skin a little bit more. And I'm going to take my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush just to kind of blend all of that in to my skin, and to make sure that they're kind of not as red as they are naturally, because I'm a picker of my spots and I really shouldn't, because my skin scars really easily, so I always have little red dots all over my face, which is why I love foundation so much. And I never really tend to use a BB cream because I don't feel like they give me enough coverage for my face. So next I'm going to take my Rimmel Match Perfection foundation in the shade 100 Ivory, and I'm going to squirt sort of 1.5 pumps of that on the back of my hand, and then I'm just going to dab it onto my face where I want it, just to make sure I cover all areas like I did with my moisturiser. Make sure that it's everywhere that I want it. Right, and then I'm going to take my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, I believe this is called, but it's a bit like a beauty blender, and I'm going to take, it's a little bit dirty, sorry about that. I'm going to take this sort of big area here of where you can kind of see I've used, and I'm just going to dab that foundation into my skin. I'm not using a swiping motion because I feel like that can kind of you can kind of give your face that look, so the foundation kind of has little lines in it where you've smeared it. Just making sure that that's all blended in where you want it to be. Making sure you haven't missed anywhere, and like I said, going down your neck just to make sure that you don't have that line around your jaw. Any areas where I feel like I need a little bit more coverage, so where I have blemishes, I'm going to use my Collection Lasting Perfection Ultimate Wear Concealer in the shade, I don't know, in the shade, oh, Cool Medium, or number 2. This is a similar colour to my foundation, so it just kind of gives those areas that extra bit that you need when they kind of show through your foundation. And then again, I'm actually taking the pointed part this time and just dabbing that into my skin. Then I'm going to take my Bourjois Radiance Reveal Concealer in the shade Ivory, but this actually is very light compared to my foundation, sorry, as you'll see when I apply it to my face. But I'm going to use this just to brighten up under my eyes, to get rid of those dark circles that you really don't want. And I'm just taking that around my nose, down the bridge of my nose, and then I'm actually going to put some just kind of in the middle of my forehead. And then just going to take, this time I'm taking the flat side of the brush and I'm just blending that in to kind of highlight where you want to look a little bit brighter, kind of where the light would naturally hit on your face. And then obviously around your nose and around your eyes. Now, I don't know if I remembered to tell you, but my sponge is actually a little bit damp as well, which will give you a bit of a lighter coverage, which I know kind of goes against everything I've just said, but it kind of makes your makeup look less cakey. Okay, so then I'm going to use my very well loved Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in the shade Transparent, and I'm going to take my Real Techniques Bold Metals Collection 100 brush, which again could probably do with a bit of a clean, but we're not judging. So that's going to go sort of in your T-zone more than anywhere else, and just where you put that concealer under your eyes, just to set that in place. And I'm actually going to bring that down my neck as well, just to make sure that that's all blended in nicely. And then I'm actually going to go back in with my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush, just a tiny bit on there, and I'm going to go over those blemishes just to make sure that they are, just to make sure that they are covered as I want them to be. Next, I'm going to take my L'Oreal Glam Bronze in the shade Golden Bronze, which I really like this. It's a kind of high street drugstore kind of very wearable bronzer, and I'm going to be taking this on my Real Techniques blush brush. I'm really liking the big brushes for bronzer at the moment, and I'm actually putting this just on my cheekbones, and I'm going to kind of blend it up into my temples just to give me back a little bit of colour into my face. I'm going to take it across my forehead too. Just to give me a little bit of colour back. And obviously, if you don't wear bronzer, or if you don't wear foundation, or whatever you don't wear, this is going to be a lot quicker, but this is just how I like to wear my skin makeup, kind of like the foundation, the powder, the bronzer, the concealer. But if you really don't wear all of that, then just apply what you wear to your skin. Next, I'm going to take my Tiny Bird Cosmetics Perfect Brows, and I'm going to be using these two colours here, so this one and this one, which are Chestnut and Pebble. I'm just going to be kind of taking a mix of the two to fill in my brows. I'm actually going to go through it with a spoolie as well, just to make them, kind of put them where I want them, and to know where I'm going to need the extra product. And I'm just very lightly taking this through my brows just to fill in any sparse kind of areas. And I mean, that didn't take me 2 seconds, and you can kind of see the difference already. Okay, so that is brows done. Well, not quite done, but it's done with the filling. I've followed Tiny Bird from kind of years and years and years, from when she first kind of started out and she was kind of doing it how I'm doing it now, and yeah, I really like using the products of the people that I've watched, like, I mean, you probably can't see from there, but all of my brushes are in my little Zoella pots. And I just like, it's kind of my way of supporting the people that I aspire to be like. I'm then going to take my Maybelline Brow Drama in the shade Medium Brown, just to go through my brows and make sure they're going to stay in place all day. And then we're going to move on to the eyes. So the first thing I'm going to use is my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. Ooh, I mean, I know you can get these in lots of different kind of, I think they come in different colours, but I've got the Enigma one, so that's just going to go on my eyes, and it's going to make sure that my eyeshadow stays in place all day. I mean, you don't have to use a primer as such, you can use like the I'm just using my finger to blend that in. You can use like the liquid eyeshadows, just use like a really kind of creamy colour, like a neutral colour, rather than using, I mean, you can use dark colours if that's the kind of look you're going for. If you're using darker eyeshadows, then by all means, but I quite like using a kind of concealer coloured primer, just so that I can kind of play around with what colours I want to use. I'm then going to take my Naked Urban Decay Smoky palette, which I am absolutely in love with. I got this for Christmas, and it's just got a really nice range of colours. It's got browns, it's got purples, blues, silver, kind of really light shades over here. Yeah, and I'm just in love with it. So I'm actually going to take this one here, which is called Radar, to begin with, and I'm just going to take a flat, any kind of flat brush is fine to use, and I'm just going to take that all over the lid. Okay, this bit doesn't have to be neat, because you're then going to take a Real Techniques from their Bold Metals collection. It is the 203 brush, which is just a kind of fluffy brush, and you're then going to blend that out and make sure that it's blended nicely and there's no kind of sharp edges to it. You're then just going to keep taking that colour and building it up until you're happy with how it looks. So that's that part of that eye done. I'm just going to go on to the next eye. I'm then going to take my Naked Urban Decay Smoky palette again, and I'm going to use this shade here, which is called Dirty Sweet, which is more of a goldy sort of colour than a bronzy like the last one. And I'm going to take my Real Techniques 201 brush, which is just a big round brush, and I'm going to just take that on the inside of each eye, just in there. And then I'm going to go back in with the fluffy brush that I used and just make sure that those two colours are blended in nicely. I'm then going to actually take the brush that comes with the palette, and I'm going to take the darker, the first colour we put on Radar on the outer corner of my bottom lash line, and then I'm going to take Dirty Sweet on the inner corner of my lash line. And then I'm going to take, because it's a double-ended brush, I'm then going to take the fluffy end of it, and I'm just going to make sure that, again, there's no sharp lines with that, because I want it to look very smoky and kind of like it's taken me ages to do. Okay, so the only thing left to do is mascara on the eyes. So I'm going to take my eyelash curlers and curl my eyelashes. And then I'm going to take my Maybelline The Colossal Volume Express Smoky Eyes Mascara in the shade Smoky Black. And if you get any mascara on your eyelids, my best tip is to take just a dry earbud and to just wipe at the parts of mascara, the bits of mascara you've got on your eyelid, and it won't take any of the makeup off, but it will take your mascara off. Then I'm going to take my Maybelline blush in the shade Dare to Pink, and I'm going to take my Real Techniques 300 brush and just pop that on the apples of my cheeks. And if you feel like you go a little bit overboard, take your powder brush again and just go over where you've put that blush, and it will kind of take it down a little notch. I'm then going to take my Revlon Photo Ready Instafix highlighting stick, just to kind of use it as a primer really for my highlight that I'm going to put on in a minute. And I'm going to take my Real Techniques contour brush to just blend that out a bit. Make sure that it's not too kind of straight. And I'm then going to take my MAC Lightscapade Mineralized Skin Finish, and this is kind of the only highlight I use at the moment. And I'm going to take that on the tops of my cheekbones, under my brows, and then I'm actually going to put a little bit down my nose and on the kind of cupid's bow of your lip, just to give you that little bit of a shine. I'm then going to go back in with my mascara to apply a second coat, but only to the top lashes. I feel like the bottom lashes kind of need to stay as natural as possible. You just kind of want to make them stand out that little bit more with one kind of layer of mascara, but the top lashes I always apply 2 layers. I just like the way it looks at the end. And that is your finished kind of quick and easy look. Obviously when I'm filming it takes a little bit longer to do, but when you're just focusing on doing your makeup, it literally takes me about 10 minutes to complete this look. I normally wear this look for work, but I pop my glasses on with it, whereas I mean it's quite a nice look for wearing your glasses, because it's kind of, you can see it, but it's not too you haven't put so much work into it that you're going to be bothered if nobody notices it behind your glasses. So I just wear it to work because I like to have a little bit of something. I don't like not having anything on my eyes, but yeah, I'm actually going to wear it without my glasses today, as I'm going out for a meal. All you have to do then is whatever you want to do with your hair, and I think I'm actually going to just straighten mine today, but obviously it depends what you prefer. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that some of you can give it a go. Obviously you can find dupes for the eyeshadows I used. You don't necessarily have to have the Urban Decay palettes. You can find individual eyeshadows in Superdrug or Boots or anywhere like that, and the same with the brushes. You can find dupes for them in high street stores, but obviously the Real Techniques kind of originals collection are sold in Boots and Superdrug, but the Bold Metals collection are exclusive to Boots, and they've actually just brought out a new range which are exclusive to Superdrug. So the Bold Metals are a bit more pricey than the originals, but that's because that's kind of their pro version of their basics collection, and their new collection is kind of their pro version for Superdrug. So definitely check them out. I've only ever really used Real Techniques brushes, as you can probably tell from from my makeup pots. They are pretty much all Real Techniques. There's only the odd one in there that isn't. So yeah, definitely check them out. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like more makeup tutorials, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and click that subscribe button down below if you want to be notified every time I upload a video. And yeah, I hope to see you all very soon. Bye bye.